My name is Helen Skipper. I prefer to be called Skip. I am definitely queer. And I first started going to jail when I was 17, almost 18. And from that point on, I went back and forth to jail, but to the age of like 42. So I literally grew up in the system. And one thing about women who are incarcerated, we tend to cling to each other and we tend to create family units, maybe to replace the family that you left behind or be the family that you wanted to have. But in having this positive mentorship, this helped me move into who I realized I wanted to be, who I really was. I want to say it was always something that was there, but I just didn't know what it was. And it wasn't by choice. It was just a matter of fact. Rikers Island, as long as you were receiving the proper colors and clothes, they let you have virtually anything. So yeah, you could have boxers, you could have sports bras as long as it was the proper colors. When you got upstate, that's when it became a little bit more strict and stringent because absolutely no male clothing was allowed. So like we couldn't get boxers. And I remember them asking me, so like, what are you? And I didn't have an answer to get them. I didn't know. I was like, listen, my name is Skip. I'm just me. And this is only when like I was incarcerated, when I came home, I was back to being Helen. I had a little boyfriend. I got pregnant. And when I had my son, I had to take a real look at what I was doing because I was like, this is my child. This is my son, my oldest son. And I was like, do I want him to look at me and call me daddy or am I his mother? A lot of times when I went back and forth to jail, I was addicted to drugs. And usually somebody was going to tell me I need to go to a program, whether it's my PO or case manager when I got home or whatever. I never stayed in the programs because they worried more about what I put on than my mental health. They worried more about what I look like than the state of my recovery. And that kept me from achieving recovery. And it kept spinning me out the door, which means I would leave the program and go back out to the street. I've always been like a big girl. So I never was the basic small, medium, large. And I remember I was in a program one time and they got some donations and they bought coats for the men, nice down coats for the men and dresses for the women. Now, mind you, I didn't have any family, and what I really needed was a coat. And the dresses, you didn't get them big enough for me, but you tried to go out and buy one for me. But I asked for a coat, and they refused to give me a coat because they said they was for the men, and it was men's coat. But I didn't have a coat at all, and I couldn't understand that. But you're going to force me into a dress. And then I'm going to get in trouble because I can't work the front desk because I'm not dressed appropriately. That's what you call it, dressed appropriately. But like I said, you're worried more about my gender expression than about my recovery. And that's like reinforcing trauma on me. This is not how I look at myself. And how dare you make me look at myself like that? So plenty of times, there's been more than one occasion that for something as some people might say it's small, but it's a big thing to me. Don't try to force me into the box you want to put me in. I'm here trying to improve and do something about my addiction. And that translates also to how I want to be portrayed. I am the master of my own life. Do not tell me what I need to wear. Please concern yourself with what I am here for. If it's for mental health treatment, if it's for substance abuse treatment, if I'm homeless and in a shelter looking for housing, concern yourself with that. Stop looking at people and how they want to look. Let them look how they want to look. Afford them the services you're supposed to afford them. And don't worry about nothing else. Unless we come to you. We are masters of our own life. If I come to you and tell you that I have a problem because I like to wear men's clothes and I want you to help me, then you help me. If I don't say nothing about it, let me be me. At the end of the day, Support us how we're asking you to be supported. Don't throw anything additional in the mix because you're just further harming us.